Hello and welcome to Reviewing Things Because I Feel Like It. Today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Core Class Soundwave. So this thing's got 8 steps, and we'll start by taking a look at some of the details in his robot mode. So let's take a look at the chest here. He's got some really nice gold detailing going on here. I don't something's up with the Decepticon symbol. I've had this figure for a while. I don't know if it's really hard to distinguish it from the silver background. I don't know if that's because I've had it for so long or if that's just because it was never very good paint quality to begin with. I don't remember it being very distinguishable from the background when I first got it anyway. I've had this for a couple of years now. So we got some really nice gold paint there around the outline of the cassette deck. This thing does open. I'll take a look at that very soon. And we got some gold, silver, not gold. What am I talking about? We got some silver there for the cassette player controls, fast forward, stop, play, etc. More silver for the insides of the legs there for the cassette player mode, and some silver on the front. We got some red details on the shoulders. I think that's more accurate to the G1 toy than it was to the cartoon, because I don't think the cartoon had any details on the shoulders there, so that's a really nice addition. Not much to see on the back. It's all just blue and silver. So there's kind of a little bit of a reflective quality to the silver plastic, which is nice. We got, this is a really, really good head sculpt. We got some red for the visor and silver for the faceplate. And so yeah, that's very good. He looks very good. We got a lot of molded detail here on the back. Lego community would call that greebling. So lots of greebling there. Alright, yeah, that's about it for the detailing. Let's have a look at the articulation. Head can do a full 360. So we got that going on. Whoops. It can look back all the way into his head, but that's due to transformation, obviously. Can't really go forward. For the shoulders, we go all the way around there. We got a little bit of a backwards sort of butterfly joint for transformation. Can go up to about there. If you lift it up too far, it will either crack the plastic on the shoulder or it will pop off. My one has cracked before it's popped off, which is stupid. So yeah, that's no good. And so the elbows, we can go up to here, 90-degree bend, and we can go 360 rotation at the elbow. No wrist rotation, but it can go in. Don't know why you'd want that, but yeah, it's a thing you can do. Oh, it can also break, go backward for some reason. That's not even for transformation. It's just got really weird range of motion for some reason. Doesn't have any waist rotation, which is sad. The hip articulation is a bit strange. We can go forward that far, pathetic. Back that far, even more so pathetic. But if you move this thing up and out of the way on this hinge, oh dear, here we go. You can lift up his crotch plate there, and it can go all the way up to just about 90, which looks really stupid. Like, that's just really weird. Surely there was a better way for them to figure out how to do that, but whatever. I guess it's a core figure. You can't ask for that much. He can do over the full splits for some reason. Arms in the way, but you can see there it goes a little bit higher. Close, there we go. He can rotate, his thighs rotate all the way around. Knees go to 90. 90 the other way as well, which is just disturbing. That's for transformation, obviously. In terms of feet, we can go all the way around, which is a bit useless in terms of posing, but, you know, can't ask for that much. So, can do that. That's for transformation. Don't know what you'd use that for as well. There's no tilt, but you don't often get tilt in core class figures anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And lastly, this thing does open, revealing my namesake inside. Good old Laserbeak. And this is... let's try to see if it'll zoom in on this. Yeah, there we go. We got some red paint there, some red and black, and silver. It's just black on the other side. Now, mine has chipped a little bit. I think that was because it got too hot at one point. And so you can see it is actually just blue plastic under there that they've painted black over, which is interesting. I mean, it's no problem if it doesn't chip. But mine has chipped because I left it in the sun or something. I don't know why it happened. But yeah, so that just closes up. And there you go. So now we'll take a look at accessories. So in terms of accessories, this guy comes with these two things. This is his shoulder cannon, which just plugs in there on his shoulder. The other one is his blaster. And of course, these both transform into his batteries in cassette player mode, so I'll show that in a minute. So that just plugs in there. It doesn't go all the way in. It only goes about halfway into his fist for some reason, which is really weird. So, yeah. So you can just point that, bang, bang. This rotates like that. And he can shoot and pow kill all the Decepticons. Soundwave certainly superior in this case with all of his weaponry. So yeah, that's about it for the accessories and articulation. Let's transform this fella. So transformation in this case is very, very simple. All you got to do is head around, put it down into that little divot hole thing there. The arms, you just fold the fists up, flip them around. There's a little peg that will just sit in. Same on the other side. Fold it around to the back, peg it in. Then you're just going to take the thighs and the feet, flip the feet in, rotate the thighs like that, so it's sitting like that, and then flip these forward 90 degrees, and then you just peg them in like that. There you go. That's his cassette mode. We cannot forget the batteries, which don't go in a battery pack. They just sit on the back here. These only go into one of the specific holes. It's sometimes hard to remember which. I think this one goes in this one. They just don't fit because they're slightly different sizes of the pegs. So this one only fits in this one, and his shoulder cannon only fits in this one. But I think I've put them in the right ones this time. Yep, there we go. So that is his cassette mode. Cassette player mode, I mean. Laserbeak has a cassette mode, and he's got a little button on top there, so you just push that. Of course, it doesn't eject because that would be immensely difficult engineering to fit into a core class, but you just open that up, and you can pull out old Laserbeak. Yep, and put him back in, and whatever you wish. Of course, he doesn't transform because he's too tiny for that, but yeah, it's still a cool addition to the figure. This thing, the only major gripe, this thing is majorly flawless almost as a core class figure alt mode, because this is so accurate to G1 toy and cartoon. The only flaw obviously is these cat ear sort of things that just stick up from the sides. I don't know how they could have made those fold down, but there might have been a way. It's just it looks very silly, just having these things spike up from the sides there. So if there were some way to get rid of them, they should have done it, but there might not have been. Who knows? I gotta give it to them. This is a pretty solid figure. Aside from this, yeah. But yeah, that's about it for core class Soundwave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, in which I review, who knows what I'll review next. Random stuff, probably. Very random figure from a long time ago. Just like this, because this is old. This is an old figure from a long time ago. Anywho, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.